the fastest way to make more money without working harder is to simply raise your rates.
Yeah.
And that gets back to that, understanding what the value of what you're bringing, both from the hourly, the cost of services sold, and all those sort of bits that we're talking about. But the other thing is that you need to bring in the value of the transformation that your clients experience, the value of your experience that you bring to the party. I've been on the planet for a while, and so have you. And my favorite phrase this year is, "I know stuff. I know a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I know stuff." And I didn't know that 10 years ago. I didn't know what I know now 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago, and certainly not when I started. I mean, I started in business. I was very young. I joined this business in when I was 26.
Wow.
And so of course I thought I had it all, figured out, of course, the hubris of youth. And I
Yes.
was smart. I was smart and I had good instincts, but I didn't have wisdom. And that's a piece that a lot of us, I think, leave out when we bring into our pricing conversation or our value conversation.
Right. I completely agree. So, if somebody is listening to this right now, and let's say they've been in business for a year, maybe a little bit more than that, and they hear about that they can charge more, but they have a feeling, I get asked this all the time when people ask me for some mentorship. Well, I want to do this and I think it's worth it, but who am I? Who am I to charge
Right.
that amount of money? Don't I need to be in business longer? So when you work with somebody, how do you sort of start with them? I mean, do you take a look, like somebody might come to you who's been in business for 15, 20 years and they want to do a pivot and start there. So kind of give me a sense, or give our listeners a sense of where you kind of start with people to determine that.
Sure. So, many folks are starting business after having done whatever it is their talents are in a professional position. So in a position where they were paid by a company. So even though you've only been in business for a year, it doesn't mean that you don't have all the experience and wisdom you gained during all of those years of doing your work. So, if you worked in public relations in a corporation for 10 or 15 years and then you decided to have your own PR agency, well, you don't just have 1 year of experience, you have 16 years at least. And I think that there's something important to remember about 15 years is when you've been doing your whatever it is you're doing for 15 years, you get to, I think you automatically get to carry a card called "I'm an expert."